I will let the preview speak for a little while. Glad you made it past the annoying skip button. Welcome to the channel. As you have seen in the preview, we are going to finally solve one of the most annoying things in Minecraft ever. To do so, I took the freedom to look into model railroading. For those of you who aren't into this type of hobby, the days of simple transformers and on-off switches have long been gone. Nowadays, there are fully digital products available, having their own proprietary protocols and so on. That, however, allows the industry a lot of neat things. For example, controlling the light on the trains, controlling the sound emitted by the trains, laying switches automatically. Laying switches automatically. That's really something I've been missing from Minecraft almost forever. When you're building tracks in Minecraft, you can't really go crazy complex because controlling or managing switches is a nightmare. So has the model railroad industry solved this issue? Well, turns out yes, they have. With software like WinDigipad and Train Controller, you just click somewhere and the algorithms find you the route. Sounds a lot like something we need in Minecraft, don't we? Now, being inspired by this whole world of an own, I set out to create something like this for the Minecraft community. After all, when the industry can do something like that, why wouldn't I be able to do so for the gaming community? Now, if you stayed this long, I assume you're interested in the topic, so maybe help me spread the word and hit the usual suspects below the video. It really helps the project. And of course, feel free to make use of the timestamps in the posted. Now for me, in order to demonstrate this project, we first need something to demonstrate it on. In this case, I have convinced some NPCs to hand me over their random village to become an example installation of MCRO. By the way, that stands for Minecraft Rail Operations. You don't really need to know much about it. This system will work with vanilla tracks and any train or rail mod that accepts a redstone signal for the switches. A prominent example would be the amazing immersive railroading, for instance. And you can see me placing some station signs so that I later know where everything is located. MCRO supports placing labels wherever you want. You can put in station names, but also free text to serve as a notice to yourself. And I guess every one of you already knows how to place or lay down tracks, so I think it's time to skip ahead a little bit and look at installing the necessary infrastructure. MCRO is comprised of a web app that you can use in your favorite browser and some code that needs to run in the game. As with every complex piece of software, this isn't just a me show, and it wouldn't be possible at all without the amazing guys from Computercraft. Some of you might shy away when they hear Computercraft and maybe have had experience with it in the past. Let me be completely clear here. You don't need to touch a single line of code. You don't even need to see code. MCRO comes with an interactive in-game installer and has an interactive tutorial available in the web app itself that we are going to see within the next minutes. In essence, the in-game control network is structured in three types of components. First, we have the controller. The controller accepts orders from the web app and coordinates the whole network in your Minecraft world. That's the thing we have just installed in the signal box itself. Second, there is the repeater. The repeater is optional and depends largely on your type of situation. In this example, I won't make use of it, but it might be interesting for advanced users trying to experiment with wireless functionality. Third, there are the switches themselves. This computer puts out an on or off redstone signal that is being fed into the switch. At its core, it emulates a simple Minecraft lever. Everything is then connected by network cable, and then we can proceed with taking a look at the interactive tutorial. And that's how the village looks from above. I guess I have to admit I am way too proud of the buttons. Let's use it to get to the tutorial. Let's follow along the tutorial and copy the text. And then we head over to our first switch, right-click it, and just paste in the text, just like so. Now we just head over to all the other switches and repeat the procedure over there. Now we need to let the web app know our in-game rail network. To do so, we select the layout editor from the main menu. The editor will greet us with some nice example content that you can either play around with or simply clear by using delete everything. The track tool is active by default. For each tool, there is a complete description available in multiple languages. In order to recreate our Minecraft layout, simply start placing tracks. Let's quickly check with the game so that we are not building a wrong layout from the start. Down to the left, up to the right we go. And then let's add a U-shape and a switch again. As you can see, I messed up a bit. There should be a gap for a switch. Let's drag the track off to the right. Personally, I choose the switches to be 2 units long and therefore I leave in 2 units space. You'll see in a moment. Let's continue placing the remaining tracks. Now this is our basic layout. Let's continue with placing some labels so that we later know where everything is located. You can use the label tool to mark stations, but you could also add in some free text wherever you want to act as a personal notice to you. I start by marking Station East. To do so, I zoom in a little bit just to make it easier for me, and then I select the label tool and place it in. After the label has been placed, I continue with the Select tool and type in the correct text, followed by hitting Save. Okay, now I will quickly repeat this process for all of my stations and I'll see you soon. Fine, now everything is labeled and that means I will continue by placing the switches. For the switches, it's quite easy. Just select the switch tool and it will give you all the instructions you need. Your first click marks the base, the second marks the unpowered default direction, and the third marks the powered direction. The most important thing here is to ensure that the switch's ID match its in-game computer ID. A good practice is to keep the layout updated whenever you're making changes to your in-game rail network. Place a new switch and just draw it in the layout. This way you won't have to revisit all of your switches later to get their IDs. Speaking of IDs, well, how do you get them? Just walk up to your switch's computer and then right-click it, and it says quite clearly, in this case, ID 26. To set the ID, use the Select tool and then click the base of the switch, the yellow point, in order to open the dialog. To set the number, you could either use your scroll wheel or type it in directly. Then save it. And that's what I'm repeating for all of the switches now. See you soon. Great, the layout is now finished. Let's save it, shall we? To do so, click Save Layout. If you're not having an account or you're not logged in, you can download the layout as a file. If you were to have an account, you could store the layout directly within the web app. Let's save it as a file to my computer. Now that it has been saved, I can exit the editor by using the button in the top left corner. Alright now, let the fun begin. Well, sort of. As many people know, you can have fun in many ways. This certainly applies here too. You can use it without an account, but then you have to copy-paste instructions manually. Or you can have the switches be set automatically by having an account. The account in this case is necessary so that the web app knows where to send the instructions to. I will first demonstrate the system without an account so that you can see how that looks like, and then we will try it again, but this time with an account and automatic switches. Let's get to it. We will first open the tutorial page and navigate to the controller. We follow along the written tutorial and copy the text. Then we go back into the game and paste it, followed by the Enter key. This will download the correct firmware and start the setup afterwards. Here we answer all the questions. Do we have an account? Because this is the demonstration of the no account behavior, I will answer no. Then the system will initialize. Please keep in mind that due to its complexity, this can take up to 3 minutes. That means after you have loaded a world or a server, it'll take up to 3 minutes for the control network to become operational. Through the magic of editing, it won't take that long on YouTube. Here I am again, and as you can see, the system is up and running. In the web app, we head straight to the player. In here, we use Load Layout and select Load from File. This allows me to use the layout we have created earlier. The rest is pretty much self-explanatory. Mark a start and a destination and let the web app do its work. When the web app has found you a route, it will display the instructions. You just copy them and paste it in your Signal Box's computer, followed by the Enter key. And that's all there is to it. As we can visually see, it has set the switches correctly. Now we do a second example. This time we're going from the animals all the way down to the East Station. Let's quickly take a look at the current situation again. Alright, the web app does its thing. And here we have it. As previously, we copy and paste it and visually confirm the correct operations. Nice. Okay, that's all fantastic, but we wouldn't really want to sit in front of our Signal Box computer the whole day, would we? Let's try the automatics. In order for them to work, we have to create a free account first. As stated earlier, you need the account so that the web app can communicate with your world. As for the username, you can use any fantasy name you want, for example, Pink Fluffy Unicorn, or whatever your mind comes up with. But please be a decent human being. One thing we have to do is to rerun the installer. Same procedure as earlier. Now this time we answer the question with yes, because this time we have a free account. Now it asks us for our user ID. Well, let's read the instructions. It gives us the URL where we can find answers to the questions, so let's visit it. Let's copy the user ID and paste it in the installer. Now it asks us for a layout ID. As we can see, we currently have no layouts stored in the web app. We can quickly fix this by entering the editor and then load our local file from earlier using load from file. And then we save it in the web app. If we visit the setup page now, we can see our layout and its ID. We copy and paste it, and now we await the initialization of the system a second time. Great, the screen looks a bit different than before. It says credentials found, which is obviously good, and it asks for instructions every 30 seconds. If we revisit the player this time, we load our layout straight out of the web app. Select it and click load. Let's confirm the current state. Currently, both switches are off, as you can see right here. Same procedure as earlier. Mark your start and destination and let the web app do its thing. Now in the web app, we click on Send to Controller and it says Pending Operations 1. Normally, you would keep this page open and wait for it to become green. For the sake of the video, we will await the action in the game. And there we have it. Did you see it? The redstone went on and the route is set correctly. In this case, we were able to verify the correct route visually, but if the route stretches for a few hundred blocks or even more, you cannot practically confirm the correct route in the game. Luckily for you, the web app has you covered, because it will notify you if everything has worked correctly, and if you see the green light, you can begin your journey. Thanks a lot for watching. Please help me spread the word by hitting like and subscribe so that more people can get to know it. And of course, if you have any questions left, just feel free to use the comment section. Thanks and bye bye.